All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are watching Talking Sports and More with Maurice, and we are talking about Championship Sunday. And what an epic day it was. Started off in Maryland. You had the Baltimore Ravens hosting the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Kansas City Chiefs was all about championship play. What I mean by that, when their back was against the wall, they persevered, and they really set the tone of the day of what championship football is all about. Because it's not about coaching, because you know that John Harbaugh, he's been in Super Bowls, he won, so he understands what championship football is all about. But far as with Lamar Jackson, he has not reached the NFC Championship game in his career. This is very new and very humbling experience. Not only a humbling experience for the first timers in the AFC Championship game, but you have some first timers in the NFC Championship game and the Detroit Lions. And as every time the 49ers scored a touchdown, this very bell rang off. And a little fun fact about this bell, I found it in a thrift store. My foghorn, I used to have a foghorn. Blow it. When the 49ers scored a touchdown that had subsided. And one day I was in a thrift store and I seen this bell and I said, good googly muggly. This is meant to be. This had my name on it for every time the 49ers scored a touchdown, this bell would ring. Would you mind demonstrating?
If it ain't
every time the 49ers scored a touchdown, that's what the neighbors would witness to whoever would hear or be present. That's exactly what they would experience. And today, the Detroit Lions came to the Levi Stadiums. They were locked and loaded and ready to put on the show. They did not back down. The 49ers were facing a 14-0 deficit. Jake Moody missed a field goal, pissing all of us off. And all of a sudden, in the second half, if you can tell me about what you witnessed in the second half.
Oh, in the second half, by golly, I see one thing I knew. See, they needed that prep talk. Of course they did. See, the Detroit Lions, they came out there, they came with their running game, they came with their A game. They running through the 49ers? Absolutely. They were running through us. They were doing, I'm talking running the ball. Niners don't let nobody do that. But let me tell you something. When they was doing that, I said, wait till after halftime. We get that pep talk. We talk to the people. Because you got different coaches. You got coaches up there. You got coaches downstairs. You got coaches over there. You got coaches over there. So we had to stop that. And once we stopped that, what happened? We started playing like the Niners normally do, right? The best in the NFL. How many people said it? See, but during the game, the first half, they were talking like the Detroit Lions, this, that, whoop,
yes,
like they were us.
Yes, they were.
Those are the talks they have about the Niners. And then, second half, what happened? When we started playing like ourselves, and when we realized who we were, we shut it all the way down. And we play like the Niners are supposed to play. And that's why we won. And that's why we're going to the Super Bowl. And that's why we're NFC champions.
Yes, absolutely. We have clinched a Super Bowl appearance. Brock Purdy, this is all about a redemption story like there no ever. You thought Shawshank Redemption was something. This is more than that. Even Morgan Freeman, understand me, will love this story about Brock Purdy. And let me understand, and let me just paint this picture here. All season long, the knock on Brock Purdy was, well, He hasn't faced a deficit. He has all these playmakers around him. What would he do if he didn't have his playmakers around him? What would he do if he had a deficit? And he faced that in the NFC Championship game where all the marbles was on the table. All the chips were on the table. And it was pretty much a nut up and shut up.
Yes. Can I say something? I love
the
the way he responded under pressure.
Under pressure.
Go look at the replay.
Under
pressure.
Under pressure.
My God. He's ready for the Super Bowl.
It wasn't no gimme throws. He went out there in the second half. I made a halftime speech where, like, pretty much comebacks. You got to be down to come back. Right. That's what comebacks is all about. You got to be, you first of all, you got to be down.
Right.
And the 49ers were down by a significant amount going into the second half.
21-7 to be precise.
We had the ball. We went down there. We started taking care of business. And all of a sudden, we started clicking on all cylinders. And when we started kicking on all the cylinders, the bell was indeed ringing.
Excuse me. Let me show you. Let me demonstrate that. That's not how I do it. What's that? Let me put it down.
Just like that. And if you're a 49er hater, you pretty much put the cart before the horse, or the horse before the cart. You had your shit out of order. And when it come down to the fourth quarter, Brock Purdy, that's what everybody wanted to see, was if Brock Purdy could come back down 14-0,
yes.
And he showed exactly that. As a matter of fact, he could with his special teams. You really couldn't count on the special teams because he missed a field goal. It could have been shorter than that. The 49ers, what an unbelievable catch by Brandon Ayuk. Catch of the year.
Oh, it's sweet.
Catch of the year.
Sexy.
A bobble tip catch.
Astonishing.
Set the Niners up to go ahead and have a touchdown. The 49ers defense stopped them. The 49ers get the ball back on offense again. Yet, indeed, they scored another touchdown. They actually kicked the doggone field goal. I'm going to be frank and honest with you. They were trying to drag me out the house. Say, hey, where you at? We have a field goal attempt. Where you at? Where you at?
Right.
Don't run. Don't be scared.
That was me, by the way. That was me.
Try to drag me out the house. I said, wait a minute. I don't feel comfortable.
Come here.
I don't feel... Get over here. I don't feel comfortable.
Mentality.
I don't trust that nigga. But they end up kicking a field and the 49ers prevailed to the NFC champions and will be hosting and will be representing, I should say, the NFC in the Super Bowl versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Can I say something?
Absolutely!
We are 49ers faithfuls. Let me tell you something. Some people believe in religion. Some people believe in spirituality. Some people believe in whatever you believe in. We believe in the 49ers. We're faithful. We have faith in the 49ers. You want to be a real 49er? This is the religion you should worship and practice and ride amongst with, because we are the people. Absolutely. We don't give up. We don't bend. We don't break. We know about being at the bottom and coming back to the top.
You ready? It
yes,
wasn't. Let's do it. Let's do it. It wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good. The Detroit Lions, like I said, they came to play. They was running all over the 49ers defense. Jared Goff, he was making all the proper plays to Sam Laporta. And also Ahmad St. Brown. They was clicking on all cylinders. It was looking like the Detroit Lions were punching their ticket to Las Vegas. They were punching their ticket to their first ever Super Bowl appearance. And before the game, I was like, you know what? It's such a touching story. You know how you watch the pregame and all that stuff?
Yes.
The Detroit Lions was a touching story. They never been to the Super Bowl before. Never.
I didn't even know that.
Never. And the Detroit Lions and the 49ers, they played in the playoffs before. in the late 50s. And
Woo! You said when?
in the late 50s.
Damn!
And the Detroit Lions had never been to a Super Bowl. Now, mind you, the last time the 49ers played the Detroit Lions, it was in the Motor City. We had a comfortable lead with Jimmy Garoppolo. The Detroit Lions came back. All right, we won in a close one. But I knew that this Detroit Lions team were different from the other Detroit Lions. This was a kneecap biting, the kneecap eating. They were physical on offense, physical on defense. The 49ers were down 14-0. They came from back. And I just want to say that the 49ers have showed everything that the haters, well, I don't think Brock Purdy can lead the 49ers if they had a deficit.
They just didn't see the game.
Oh, the Eagles, they were down 6-0. They weren't down 14-0. So Brock Purdy, he didn't really show us anything. You sons of bitches, you.
Haters.
You sons of bitches, you.
They seen what we seen. They just didn't want to admit it.
They just didn't want to admit it. And with Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Ward. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I was a little concerned about the secondary. Jair Brown. There's been a lot of alcohol involved. I'll be damned if I can pronounce my own name right.
Honestly, love it. You got to love the honesty. Yes.
You had concerns on the 49ers, the special teams with Jake Moody. He's able to make a field goal. He proved no, he's not able to make a field goal. He went 1 out of 2. That's what he said. I'll give you 1 out of 2. Don't let the game be on the line, because I can give you 1 out of 2. That's what he. If those 1 out of 2 is for the game on the line, hopefully those 1 out of 2 is not the game on the line where he missed. And this has been my recap of Championship Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Maurice. You have been watching Talking Sports with Maurice. I'm in the building with Big Boy Snacks.
Boy Snacks.
You already know to follow him. You already watch his channel. Tune in to his channel. And not further ado, bang bang not again.
Bang bang not again.
All the way to the Super Bowl.
Hold on. That's pussy. Bang bang not again. Bang bang not again. Go Niners. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.